ladies and gentlemen, it is Three Men and a Vape Show, and it is a Wednesday, and it is 8 PM, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are so sorry for last week. It wasn't these lads' fault. It was my fault. I had to go to work. So we broke our streak, and it was my fault.
I'm still hiding from Mark's like henchman.
Oh,
I've had my curtains closed all week.
What the beef?
To answer the door. Well, every time we say we're not starting, he goes, "That's it. I'm sending the boys."
That's it. I am so sorry, but thank you so much for everybody who is joining us, especially the people on the replay as well, but we'll get to them in a little while. So it has been 2 weeks since we've been on, or we've missed a week. So is that classed as 2 weeks?
Well, yeah, that's a fucking... No, technically it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago we was last on.
Yes. So, how have you been, Mr. B?
Apart from petrified of getting beaten up by Mark's men, I've been spot on. Been losing weight, doing my thing. Had an amazing birthday, an even better anniversary. Life's been rally from here, Mom.
You beat your record, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, to my detriment. Jesus Christ. I decided I got some new swimming headphones. So it's got like a little MP3 player in there that you can load your songs up into it, waterproof, and go swimming. Now the problem with that is when you load them up with rock songs and gym music, you tend to push a little bit more. So I ended up doing 40 lengths, which is 10 more than what I normally do, and could barely get out of the swimming pool and couldn't walk the next day. Ooh. Literally couldn't walk the next day. My legs had just gone, "Fuck you, you bastard. I'm calling NSPCC, you twat." It was...
Actually in that voice?
In that voice, that's what my legs sound like, you bastard.
I want to say, your legs sound like you should have been on Bully.
In one.
Look what you could have won.
Speedboat in Dewsbury. Stand down there with Bully going across. How do you spell fucked up knees?
Here's what you could have won. It was painful, but it brought me record.
No pain, no gain, innit?
I kind of not really, because it meant I couldn't go Tuesday because I couldn't bend my knees. I literally couldn't bend my legs, and the problem is when you get into a pool, you feel fine, but it's then getting back out. And I knew if I'd have went on Tuesday, I'd never got back out again. We'd have had to call firemen in. They'd have had to open fucking walls up just to get the equipment
So out of curiosity, how many lengths do you normally do?
30.
And you
30.
did 10 more?
Yep, and an extra 30% of what I normally do.
So really, you've not really gained anything, have you? You've actually lost 20 lengths.
Lost. Well,
You've lost 20 lengths.
Yeah, there's two ways to look at it. I've either lost 20 lengths, or the work that happened in those 40 lengths might equal a 30, because 30 is not as hard as 40.
Yeah, you've got to look at it this way as well. As you yourself, when muscles rip, that's what the whole point of where you gain muscle. It rips and then it comes back.
They rip.
So
rip.
That's what you've done. You've pushed yourself a little bit harder, and again, it's a gain, and you're losing weight, and that's it. And what's going to be good for you is once you start getting down to a manageable weight as well, like movable, you can then start going into the gym itself.
That's the plan. That's the plan. I want to be into the gym by June.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing fantastic no matter what, kiddo, honestly.
Well, I've already lost a person.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I've already lost a person. Now I'm just working on his little brother.
The thing about it is really, really hard work to shift weight. I don't care about what anybody says. It's really, really hard.
It's that self-motivation as well, getting your ass off the sofa and actually doing it.
It gets harder the more you lose. It's like trying to evict jippos off a site. You can get 2 or 3 before they notice, and then all of a sudden... Well, it's true. And then all of a sudden, they start going, "No, I don't want to leave."
The views of Mr. B are his own views, not of 3 Men and a Vape Show.
I knew I'd get that in.
Son, you're going to get me windows put in.
Give away. But no, it's one of those things. And the more you lose, the harder it is to lose it. So I'm calling bailiffs in now to evict people.
The other thing as well is obviously making sure that you're eating right, which I know Mrs. B's been doing the soups.
Yes. She even put a hand check in the soup. The jambalaya.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah. That's fucking brilliant. Victoria Wood and what's her name? What's the other one who does it?
Oh God, I can't
what's
think
her
of her
name?
name.
A lot better, Samantha. Thank you, sweetie.
Dawn French.
No. Oh, she's a really good actress. She was in Mamma Mia as well, not long back.
She's the waitress.
She's the waitress. And she slowly walks back, doesn't she? And she spilled them all. Oh, that's a brilliant sketch. Have you seen
Julie
the sketch?
Walters, thank you.
Julie Walters, yeah. Oh, what a sketch.
He's awesome, he's Julie Walters.
Yeah, what a sketch that was. So, my dearest brother, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much. Missed last week, gotta admit.
You were a bit tired though, weren't you?
Oh, I'm always tired. When am I not tired? I'm always tired.
But he's always ready for 3 men.
With a can of Swafiga and a bit of Vaseline. Yes, that's the type of man he is.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got to remember, I did say live on the show, well, on my show, should I say, that I like cocks.
Yes.
Yeah, Brian Cox.
Yeah. That sometimes like his cousin Arthur.
Yeah, we could make some memes from the shit you come out with, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I like cocks. I'm ready for 3 men.
To be honest with you, I'm one of them people who do that as well. I don't half put my foot in it sometimes. I really do.
What does he say about it?
He quite likes it. He's into gaping. Aidan, where are you taking the show, son?
So the reason why I'm laughing so much is I've just had a message from Mrs. B. This is the first time she's managed to watch this show since obviously Harley left. And she just sent me a message saying, what the fuck? You swapped Harry Potter for Dumbledore.
Yeah, the mini Dumbledore.
Mini Dumbledore.
Mini Dumbledore.
I'm like a mini Hagrid. I don't know about Dumbledore.
I'll tell you what, as well, he passed away at the beginning of the year, didn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
And
that's heartbreaking. Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, you've got again as you start getting older. These people who you've watched all your life passing away. It's like a part of you, isn't it? It's like when David Jason goes.
Oh God, that's going to be
that's going to be a national day of mourning. Is that David Jason's funeral? The Queen's. I'll tell you, the Queen's going to feel pissed off.
Can anybody as well just do a bit of a Parky check for us, please?
Yes.
Is Parky still alive? Yeah, is Parky still alive? We need to check. Has he died in the last 2 weeks?
Have you ever heard of the Mandel scenario where you think something it's always been like that, like the Monopoly Man? People remember it as the having an eyepiece, but he's never has.
I've got one for you. What does the Queen say in Snow White to the mirror?
It's not mirror, mirror.
That's the one. See, what we all remember it as is mirror, mirror on the wall. No,
who's the fairest of them all?
It's not. It's just magic mirror on the wall, is what she says.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it?
It's weird. There's loads of things like that. We all remember it as mirror, mirror on the wall. But it's not. It's magic mirror on the wall.
And it's the Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. That's brilliant, Vaping Pasty. Big love to Vaping Pasty. She says Parky's 20-1 and David Jason's 10-1.
Are we doing a Deadpool here? Taking bets on who's going to go first, Jason or Parky?
Wow.
Yet again,
so what type of show?
My thoughts are not the thoughts of Freeman and the Vape. You know? However, I am starting a Deadpool. It'll be on the Freeman.
Freeman and Vape show tonight. Oh my God, poor lad. So we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again so much for joining us. It's lovely to see so many people in chat. We were talking just before we came on. I know Mark mentioned this little mod 2 weeks ago, which was from Joytech. Now, this is the one that takes AA batteries. Now, it's got an 18mm tank on it, and I thought this was actually a fixed tank, and it actually isn't. It's got a 510 connection.
Walking down memory lane.
Yeah, and we've just tidied the studio up, so ready for reviews. But yeah, look, it takes AA batteries. Now, we were saying, obviously, you're going to have to use Duracell. You're not going to be able to get away with using the pound battery stuff. But
you can't use Karen Bush all system bloody batteries. You know,
no.
To work.
You're going to be rubbing them quite often. But I tell you what, this came out, I think it was about 2018 or 2017. I don't think that's a bad bit of innovation, do you, bro?
I thought it were ace. I mean, what wattage does it come out at?
But it's 18.
Well, I would imagine it'd be roughly around about the 18 watt. The coil inside was, I think it was a 1.8 ohm coil in there. Because obviously you're not going to be able to power anything massively in there, are you?
No, but I mean, let's face it, it's like what you were saying. For argument's sake, you got caught short. For argument's sake, you'd gone camping in the middle of nowhere. You're guaranteed that there's going to be a post office and you're guaranteed to get AA batteries.
Yeah.
I bet that was just before Joytech started sending batteries with the mods.
No, it came with the batteries.
So this is the thing. When Joytech swapped to 18650, they used to send the 18650 batteries with it. So they must have carried on because they did the AA thing. That explains it all now.
Because before they sent that out, they'd sent a number of stuff out, and they always used to send the batteries with them. I think I might have some of the stuff that they'd sent.
Stuart Valentine said you could use normal AA rechargeables. That's a good shout.
Yeah, you can use it. That's what they came with. I think this came from Joytech. One of these batteries came from Joytech. They used to, like I said, and they used to have like a little, them little things that you pull to make so they don't actually start working. But that was the actual coil that came with the tank.
So what we're saying then, in effect,
that's like a Bogue cartomizer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet that's got silicone filaments.
More than likely.
Bet it has.
Well, yeah, I was when they sent it to review, I just thought it was a really great idea because again, it's something if you stick in the car and you get stuck.
So here's the thing then. I'm guessing that's from around 2014, 2013, 12-ish.
No,
in that time.
No, it was later than that, wasn't it?
Later than that, yeah. It was. I think it was roughly around about 2017, 2018.
See,
did you get it from Expo?
No, Joytech sent it me. When I started.
But did we see it at Expo?
I didn't. Like I said, they sent it. I started review. I was pretty lucky, fell on my feet. I'd only got probably around about 400, 500 subscribers, and Joytech got in touch with me and said to me, "You fancy reviewing?" And this was just one of the things that they sent out. And again, AA batteries.
I got it in my head that was from around about 2015, 16. Yeah. But then again, me and time is like me and names.
Yeah, but it would have been. I didn't start reviewing until what were it about 2017.
2017, yeah.
2017.
So it will be 18 then.
Yeah, 2017, 2018. When they sent that out, obviously I was casting before that. 2016, I started casting, but yeah,
it makes you wonder why we went to like 2650s and all that sort of thing. When there's those like D batteries and stuff,
the 21700 and the 2700 were to standardise vaping. That was the whole premise of the 21700 and the 2700. They wanted to get away from 18650s originally.
But the point being is, with that taking AA, there's obviously the reason why we obviously went to 18650 and 21700 is to get more power into the battery so we could do things like RDAs and RTAs and things like that. So shame we didn't go to those, like those great big square battery things that you could use to put in socks and hit people, or I used to do, hit people on the head with. In school. Do you remember those square
9-volt ones?
Yeah. Why couldn't they go to one of them?
No.
It'd save all the safety shit, wouldn't it, if they'd have gone to one of them rather than the 18650? I don't know much about battery tech, but I'm guessing if we went to 18650 for more power, why didn't they just go to the 9-volt battery?
I don't think the square batteries would give you as much power.
No, only 9 volts.
Only 9
yeah,
volts.
But on so how much voltage is 2 AA batteries?
I ain't got a clue.
Not a lot.
Yeah, we're on the wrong subject here for us, aren't we?
Oh yeah, to be honest with you, battery stuff. And again, if people battery mooch is absolutely fantastic with that.
Yeah,
I remember us getting in touch. Who got? I can't remember. Evan, was it Evan? They got in touch with us. There were me, Mark, and a few others. Reviewers said to us, "Do you fancy getting? Do you fancy reviewing some batteries?" Can you remember?
Yeah, God, can you remember that?
And it's like, how can I review batteries? They decharge and they work all right. I've not got anything to test them, and I'm not an electrician or all like that.
Right, well, hang on a minute. I'm trying to remember when I used to do mechs a little while ago. 18650, that is 4.3 volts in it.
Yes.
So what's wrong with the 9-volt battery?
I'm not going to. I am
it's
not.
Just because it's the way you look to it. Well, it's only 9 volts. So I'm started thinking,
yeah, but it's the actual what it pulls out. It's what you're pulling from it.
Yeah. Is it called?
I'm not after a fucking date. I just wanted to.
The discharge of it.
Yeah, it's the discharge.
Right, battery people in chat.
There's what amps you can actually pull from it.
Right, well, there's some battery people in chat which
so it might be 9 volt. It might be 9 volt, but what's the amps on it?
Yeah.
Could you use a 9-volt battery, the square ones, the god bothering batteries? If you one of them, could that power a vape device? That's what I want to know, because I'm genuinely interested. I think that's actually quite interesting.
But what's the amps on a 9-volt battery?
No idea.
So it's like
you've got to understand, for me, from a scientific point of view, I'm the type of guy that would just connect it and see.
Yeah, we've
I don't give a fuck about the amps. I won't give a fuck about the amps.
It's like also like certain 18650s. People used to like get the ones from torches and stuff like that, and it just won't work. They end up venting, don't they? Because the amps aren't right.
The first time I ever heard about batteries blowing up on a vape device was back in 2012 in America. And a gentleman literally took half his face off, burnt his house down. And what he'd done was he'd had a mech and he'd put batteries from a camera in it. And it was that they found out what caused it.
Again, I think a lot of people as well tried the batteries, because obviously the ones that are in your laptop are 18650s all joined together, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I think people had stripped some of them and started using them as well. It's like
also batteries in your laptops, cameras, torches, your drills, your cordless drills.
I've got to say,
they're 18650s.
I've got to say, me and Vaping Pasty, we're from the same sort of people.
Yeah, stick your tongue in it.
9-volt batteries are only to be used for sticking on your tongues. That's their only use, not used for anything else.
That you are totally right. It's a bomb anyway. Any of them tube ones. But again, that bloke in America, he actually put a sub-ohm tank on a mech.
Oh, God, yeah, that's happened loads of times. That.
Oh,
boom.
See, if you remember going back earlier, the early mechs had an 18650 510 pin.
Yeah.
Hybrid. So that changes things as well.
It all goes over my head. I don't know why. Me and technical stuff, it just goes.
Well, when
I'm a bit like Clarkson in that view. Jeremy Clarkson and me are very, very similar. He did this thing on Grand Tour where he's like, every time he's got a push rod suspension, I sit there and go, ha, 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 but I don't have a fucking clue what push rod suspension is. I'm the same with vaping. Why can't a 9-volt battery work? Someone put in, it's 0.6 to 1.4 amps. That means fuck all to me.
You haven't got enough amps to pull.
How many amps do you need to pull? So how do you know it's not enough amps?
How do I know it's not? Right, it's working out Ohm's law. Then you're going into Ohm's law. You are literally there. And I am way too tired, and I am not going to
So you've got to also think about what ohm coil you're putting through it.
Yeah.
To then get what the ampage is, and then get what it goes round in the triangle, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's just, she said it was so much of a matter of fact. Well, then it won't pull enough amps. Right. Well, how many amps do you need?
It all depends.
Back in a minute.
It all depends what coil you put in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So if you're not using something like a James Bond build, if using a sensible coil, like a 0.7 or 0.8.
No.
Oh, so we're going backwards. See, this is why I don't do
you've got to be plus ohms. You can't.
This is why I don't do mechs. This is why any mech I have is on that shelf and never been used.
Well, you did have a bad experience, didn't you, with the mech?
Yeah, no, I had a cracking experience. But I just don't trust myself with mechs. I can't be arsed working this shit out. It's mathematics.
See,
I only got through my GCSE because I hid a calculator.
You see, this is the thing where, again, people who can't be arsed or people who don't want to, do not touch them.
Exactly.
Because you don't worry about losing weight, you're going to lose half your fucking head.
There was a time, now this is a vaping reviewing thing. There was a time that I thought I had to get into mechs because I'm a reviewer. And I had to know this because the fact I'm a reviewer, if I can't answer the question, I look stupid.
No.
But then I came to realise afterwards that it doesn't really fucking matter that I don't know. Because I just don't touch them anyway.
Well, see, this is the thing about, and I've spoke about this before, the whole thing about being a reviewer isn't the fact of that you have to know anything. Know everything, should I say. Yeah, you're probably right in the fucking first place, but you don't have to know everything. And it's a lot better to say, I don't know about this, than go, I know, but I don't really know. Because
exactly.
you're giving false information. And it was like, when I first started, I did juices, and then I could tell you all sorts about stock coil tanks, because that's what I reviewed a lot of. I didn't review very many RDAs or RTAs, and then when you slowly start using them yourself and you start reviewing them, you start learning about them. But mechs, I have never ever, as the joke goes across, is a bomb. And
that's the thing. I actually started to understand it a little bit, and just when I hit that precipice of understanding it, my brain went, "Fuck off! That's far too much hard work."
It's again, stick to you. Volts divided by amps times resistance.
That's it.
Well done for speaking French.
Imagine a hose pipe.
Oh, you can suck it.
Yeah, I'm not being
funny. No, seriously.
You can
imagine a hose pipe
to a toddler. It won't make a difference.
Right. Imagine a hose pipe.
Mm-hmm.
You've turned it on full bore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you bend it in the middle, and it slows the flow down. That's what we're talking about. So you're slowing down the flow of actually the volts coming out. The amps coming out of your electricity. That's the best way of explaining.
Which wouldn't be a problem if you had a really decent hose pipe.
Yeah, especially on them like dangly ones.
Yeah.
And the other thing as well with being a reviewer, remember, it's only your opinion. It's not this.
Come on, let's face it. It doesn't matter what you're reviewing. You can review anything, and you can know absolutely nothing about it. It's your experience. It's what you think about it, what it looks like, how it feels, how it's made, everything. You don't need to know that you like a Lamborghini.
No, well, this is the thing. I mean,
and you can drive a Lamborghini, and you can say how nice and comfy it is, and it's got a cup holder that you think's fantastic. But it doesn't mean that you know about the combustion engine.
Well, see, here's the thing. I was doing a live where I was about to set up a mech, and I asked the question of whether about the ohmage, and I got fucking lambasted for it. Oh, you don't know? I hope it blows up in your fucking face. Well, what the fuck, man? And it was at that point I thought, this is just not worth it.
Yeah. Doing it in a live setting is probably not the best way to do it, really, if I'm honest.
All I did was ask a question. I wasn't even setting the bastard up. I just asked the question. As a reviewer, you're supposed to know this. Really?
No.
Okay.
Why? There is a lot of snobbery when it comes to mechs. I've got to admit, there is a lot of snobbery. And it's like, you don't know.
Why I stay away from things. It's why.
I look at it this way. I know what is safe and what is not safe.
Exactly. That's what I
trying to explain Ohm's law can be a bit of a mind. I know what I'm doing. I know what batteries to use and the safety side of it.
You get that quite a lot in the vaping community. You know, the sort of snobbery sort of side of it. You have the people who are into like the billet boxes. You get them that sort of group, and they're a little bit better than the people who are on the standard regular devices. And then you get your swankers, and then you get your mouth to lungers, and then you get your clouders,
your high enders.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
You high enders. Ooh, Jesus Christ! Don't ever say it's not a GT4. Fucking hell. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I once mixed up a GT4 for something else. Wow. I wish I'd never bothered.
I mean, let's face it. It don't matter what you're into. You can't know everything.
I'm lucky to know anything. I literally go through life like this.
And I tell you one thing I always say: there is no such thing as a stupid question when it comes to vaping and safety.
No, there isn't.
Absolutely.
Never a stupid question. I don't care what anyone says. If you don't know, say something.
You know, when I was a car salesman, Mr. Salesman, when I was a car salesman, do you know what sold me more cars than anything else? When a customer asks me a question, I go, I don't have a fucking clue, mate. We'll go find out together. That sold me more cars than anything else. Even if I knew the answer to the question, I don't know. I sell them. I don't build them. But we can go find out.
Again, I've always said to Mark, whenever you're reviewing, if you don't know about it, don't fucking say anything. I've had people go to me, what's the best for this? What? And I've got, I don't actually know. Or if somebody goes, what do you reckon to this? I've never used it.
Do you know what always gets me when I used to review? You'd get a question from a mod or a tank or an RDA that you'd reviewed 4 years ago, and then they start asking you technical questions about it, and you're thinking, I can't even remember doing the review, let alone.
I got one on YouTube a week ago about the Vapor SO GT60 I did, and they started asking me questions, and I'm like, dude, that was like 2 years ago. How am I supposed to remember? Watch the video. If I don't answer the question, I don't know.
I've had it. I've
had it where I've had to go and watch my own videos.
Yeah,
don't fucking answer.
To be honest with you as well, not only the questions that they're asking, you've already answered them in that review.
In the video, yeah.
So you're having to go back and watch your own review.
Which doesn't help you at all on YouTube. It's like, have you watched the video? Go fucking watch it then.
Go back to the bit. Talking about that, which is quite a nice little segue onto it. We are going to get onto the hand checks and everything in a second. I got a question today asking, surely it was on the Midnight Oil from Rochford Project, which again, ladies and gentlemen, just in the top corner, if you want to get 15% off, please use 3 Men Vape, and we will be doing the giveaway a little bit later on.
Before we do the giveaway, I've got some breaking news for Deadpool. Raquel Welch has just been pronounced dead.
Pronounced?
We've lost Raquel Welch.
Okay, hell, this show's terrible.
Whoever had a bet on Raquel Welch, you've won. We'll carry on with Parky and who was the other one? Oh, David Jason. Yeah, but
Raquel Welch has died.
Yeah, she's dead. It's in the news, so it's true.
And I'll tell you as well, just before we go on to this, she's old little Jimmy Cranky's gone as well, aren't she?
Oh, Nicky Sturgeon?
Yeah, she's giving.
Yeah. Tinfoil hat time.
Yeah.
What do we make of these balloons?
Right, before we get on to balloons. So anyway, he messaged me asking about Midnight Oil, and he was saying about, surely it's steep before it comes to you. I went, well, no, it's when you add the nick. It's better to leave it steep. Now, if people don't know much more about it, which I surmise that people in chat will know totally about it, it's obviously like your custards and things like that. You're a lot better leaving them for like, say a week.
Can I just add something without interrupting you, kiddo? The actual e-liquid will have been steeped.
Yeah.
But you've got to do extra steeping because you're adding another element to it.
Yeah.
Just thought but they will have been already steeped from Rochford.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's got to make his blend, his mixes, to make that e-liquid.
E-liquid. But like I explained to him, if you are adding nick, now obviously, it's, like you said, it's already steeped when it gets to him, but I said if you're adding nick, then you've got to leave it to steep.
Also, people don't realise that when you actually... These shaken vapes, you vape them straight away. No, you can't. The reason why you need to leave it for 24, 48 hours is what happens is once you put the actual nick into your bottle and you give it a damn good shake... I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, you will be later on. Just when your last goes to bed.
Yeah. I've got the towel and the baby lotion ready. Don't worry.
I'm going to use my good hand.
What happens is you end up having little small bubbles of pockets of nicotine.
Yep.
because it's not mixed properly, and that's why you need to steep it.
So right, as well as you get in again when they changed it all over, you get certain nick shots that have hotspots in them, don't they? Where there's more nicotine in than there actually should be.
Do you know? Even as a reviewer, I couldn't give a shit about any of that. I'd just stick my nicotine in, shake it up, and go. I can't be. I was waiting a week. Fuck that shit.
Well, again, that's down to if you want that flavour.
I get the flavour anyway. It's not as if they're flavourless because I've not. So I'm like,
no, but you're not getting as better flavour as you would if you steeped it.
I did that with this straight away to put my nicotine in, shook it up, went away, and it still tastes the same, exactly the same now as it did 3 weeks ago when I did it. Tastes no different.
Well, there you go. That, again, this is the wonderful thing of vaping. That's your opinion. If it works
subjective,
for you, it works for
yes.
you. I'm just going on what I've done for years and years. Now, when they used to put nicotine, like when you used to be able to get it in the actual bottle itself, I've always said this, it tasted so much better because of the steeping.
Do you know there's been a lot of different juices where when I started vaping properly on my drag that I absolutely adored and I would go out my way to find them. Recently, I found one that I hadn't used for years, but I had very fond memories of. Got it, tasted feckin' horrible. It's just weird how that works.
Also,
it depends on what juice you're using.
307. Mr. B, steeping versus no steeping is like an aged versus not aged steak, and that's true. It's like
right.
when Jay...
Also, it depends on what e-liquid you're actually vaping on. If you're vaping on fruits,
you get
things like that, you can virtually vape and shake.
Yeah.
It won't make much difference. But you start going into more complex ones like your custards or your donuts or your bakeries and things like that, they definitely do need it.
Yeah.
What if it's a fruity bakery?
A fruity bakery.
But it's still got bakery in it, so you better leave it.
But then that kind of disproves that one, doesn't it? Because that's a cinnamon blueberry jam Danish.
Right.
Well, no, but that's your opinion.
Yes. But
what we're saying is, or what I'm saying is I'm not the only one who says this either. The people who actually make it say to leave it to steep it.
Sometimes, there's. I used to know a wine sommelier, and the one thing he used to say to me was, there's all this thing about wines that are 100 years old, but there's some wines that are 5-year-old that taste just as good as those that are 100 years old. And sometimes, when it comes to aging and steeping and things like this, sometimes it's just a load of bollocks.
Yeah, but in the same thing is, you wouldn't just, like a bottle of wine, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't drink it straight out the tap. But
you wouldn't just suddenly take that out of the demijohn, stick it in there, and then drink it.
Slightly different, because I don't.
Right, can I give you another example? Maybe not so much flavour, but you are actually mixing the nicotine properly. It's the difference between having a short crust pastry and having flaky pastry. Now, when you make flaky pastry, you leave knobs of butter in it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I just point out somewhere where we've deviated slightly?
No, I'm trying to keep it on a level. I'm trying to explain why. More than
so we're going into cookery now.
Yeah, but I'm trying to give a metaphor. So what's happening is when you actually I'm getting old. When you actually mix,
he's going Ainsley Harriet here. Come on,
right? When you actually mix the nicotine itself into the e-liquid, you've got to mix it properly, or you won't get an even amount of.
That's
nicotine.
right. That's correct. Yeah.
So what happens is, when you steep it and leave it for 48 hours, or if you want to leave it longer, that's fine. It's up to you. It settles. You give it another shake. It settles. You give it another shake. It settles. You give it another shake. Then the actual nicotine is mixed properly with the e-liquid.
But
That's
again,
more to do with anything
the
else.
reason why I said we're diverting is because I'm seeing in comments things like, yeah, with this, it needs to be aged. That's the flavour. Well, I'm not on about the flavour. I'm on about mixing the nicotine and steeping the nicotine. When it comes to the nicotine side of it, I agree with the thoroughly mixing to make sure there's equal amount of nicotine throughout the whole juice. But I don't know how steeping the nicotine with the juice alters the flavour that much that it gives
Quite
it an extra,
easy.
like, 50% of flavour, because I don't agree with that.
Right. Not all nicotine shots are equal. That's all I'm going to say.
And as well as obviously changing the compound of what you're putting in there.
Yeah.
And then you've got different
velocity.
elements of the e-liquid that react to the nicotine in different ways.
So net reality, obviously we've got quite a number of absolutely fantastic mixes in here. We've got Jane Doe and we've got net reality. Are you saying that the coolants 1 week, fruits 2 days plus, berries 2 weeks plus custard cream 3 weeks, tobacco's 4 weeks is a rough guide?
Yeah, but is that just the flavour, or are we talking to steep the nicotine in once you get the flavour?
It's to get the flavour.
Right, so we're on about... I've got this, no nicotine. I put the nicotine in, I shake the fucker. How long do you wait?
24 to 48
I would
hours.
give it 24 hours at least.
See, this is the thing. I use it straight away, but even the next day, there is no massive flavour enhancement for me leaving that nicotine in for 24 hours.
Well, one of the Rochford did just before the last one. I think it was the Meringue. Now, when he sent that out, and he'd actually pre-nicked that for me. And when he sent it out, when I first tasted it, to when I'd left it a week, it tasted totally different.
You know what I'm going to do?
But you said the same.
I can't remember. In my brain, I say it again, your memory is not brilliant. But what I'm going to do, next week on the show, I'm going to get some liquids. I'm going to not nick one. I'll get the exact same liquid. I'll not nick one and I'll nick the other. Not steal for any of those bastards out there. I'm going to put nicotine in one and not the other. And I'll taste test them live on the show. And I'll tell you if there's any difference.
There we go.
Right.
But remember, taste is subjective.
So then it's pointless me fucking doing it then. So even if I go, there's no difference. Well, that's you.
No. But the thing is, though, all three of us can have the same juice, and all three of us will find something different in it.
Yep.
Only slight variance.
We're not
all going to have banana flavours and you taste
right.
me taste
no,
banana.
This is where I can definitely differ. Me, especially Adam. Adam's really good at it. Adam can pick out flavours from an e-liquid nearly as good as I can.
I see flat cap.
Hang on a minute.
You can't ban him,
He's
don't
a
ban.
fucking spammer.
He is.
Fuck's sake.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, do you know what, lads? Do you know what? We've done this for 40 minutes. This has gone so fast. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do People on the Replay. People on the Replay. People on the Replay. Brother, get your big sheets out.
I've only got a little sheet this week. That's all I have got. Right, quickly, I'll run quickly through these. Full Moon 1973, great show, guys. Looking forward to next week. As one. There we go. Tabitha gave a lovely lot of emojis, a hug, a heart, and a flower. I think that was for our Aiden. Stuart Valentine, good day. Have a bloody good show. Thank you.
We love Mr. Valentine.
Chris Henderson, won't get to see the show live because I'll be at work, but you'll have a great show. We will, definitely. Don't work too hard, kiddo. Mark Howard, shout out. Big love, guys. Always nice. Connor Smith, I would love a shout out, especially with Mark's softly spoken, eloquent voice. Well, there you go. Here's your shout out. And finally, but not least, Shane Foster. I'll have a shout out, guys. So Everyone shout out Shane.
Shane.
There you go. There's your shout outs from last week.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Mr. B, we're going to have to go straight onto these hand checks, mate.
No, fuck them.
It's that time, people. It's hand check time.
Worry about it. The bumper we're playing when you got all upset.
So you want me to do hand checks after being abused?
You've not been abused.
I want Flat Cap to say sorry. He's one of your spanners. Make him do it. You warn him.
Mate, he loves you loads. You know that. He even did a song about
I'm
it.
his abused bitch. Fuck off. He doesn't love me at all.
He does love you.
He doesn't. He just likes fucking giving me shit. That's all it is.
He gives everybody shit.
I'm his little bitch boy. Fuck off. Right. We're going to start off here. I've got the hand checks. I've got the 3 Men in the Vape show page or group. If you want to be a part of it, whatever. Hand check time. Here we go. Right. Mrs. B and my awesome suits to keep me healthy and fit. This week it's a jambalaya. Oh, jambalaya.
Is that with Nick or without?
And make sure you leave it to steep.
Yeah.
I can turn this car
In
around
fact,
now
what he's
if you
going
want.
to do is come back next week.
Come on, bro.
I'm turning this car around. I'm turning it round until you two learn to behave.
Oh, we love you.
You're going to learn to behave?
Okay,
Right.
we'll Sorry. I'm turning this.
Right. Shane Foster kindly sent this one.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, fuck you, it's lovely. So thought I'd hand check on this Butte Pulse Mini with some chubby salts, blue raspberry. Is he taking the piss out of me? Chubby salts the thing. I'm just in the mood for you, Shane. Right, moving on. We've got Mark Howard with his for the hand check. I'm in quad battery mood tonight. The Lassimo F4 Mod Asgard 13 milliliter with Just Jam, Apricot Crumble, and Hog with the Valhalla V2 with some Danny D Big Dicks berry yogurt.
No. Don't.
Deliciously thick.
That's what Big D stands for, isn't it? Big Dick.
No. The thing with that yogurt one, that was the least out of his thingy, was my favourite, if I'm honest.
Do you know, all this time, for years, I've always thought Danny Big D stood for Danny Big Dick. I thought it was always the thing.
No, his name's Danny, obviously.
Yeah, I know, but there was the Big D. I always thought, never mind. That's what I always thought. I must be wrong. Faxi F sent this one in. Dovepaw Top Gear DNA 250C with the Dead Rabbit V3. The Smoamp Sharon PWM mod with Vape Rezo 4s. Thanks, Mr. Solom, for my first rebuild Vandy Vape Pulse BF Mech with Dead Rabbit Squonk and the Doc Mod AIO with BP Mods Pioneer.rba.
Nice. And with a Nintendo Classic Mini at the back.
Yeah, that's just awesome. I would take that Nintendo over all of them. Maybe
You're
not
into your
the Doc.
gaming.
Well, yeah, no, the Nintendo's awesome, though. Nintendo's fantastic. Jane Down sent a picture of a rug with a mod on
Oh,
it.
that's what I like to see, Jane.
Good old mod. Good old rug. Yeah, Jane's rug. What mod is that? I'm not a mech man, so you guys can...
It's a
You two
Kennedy.
are the reviewers.
It's a Kennedy.
Is that a Kennedy?
That is a whatchamacallit, Turk.
Turk.
Turk's mods in it. RDAs.
Oh, I thought you meant it's Turkish. Right, moving on. We've got Ben Martin with a topside dual with Asgard Mini X2 or ×2. Top Gear with the Arbiter 2. Riva with Brotto Max. Tesla Invader 2x3. And Voraz from VaporCloud. That's a nice little setup. Not too keen on that one, though, the little blue one.
I don't like that speckledy look.
No. It looks like you've been painting and you've just been messing.
Well, that's the idea, isn't it? It's splatter, isn't it?
It's a bit of splatter.
Bit of splatter, mate. Come on.
Yeah, it's not my sort of look.
Nah.
Okay. So the idea is to make it look like an off-duty painter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose now this is my favourite of the locks. I love Predator. Pulse V2 with the doors from Viking Customs and the Kelpie RDA.
Nice.
Do you know every time you say Kelpie, Vic gets some wings?
Does it?
Yeah. He loves it. He loves it when someone uses a Kelpie.
Is it the RTA were good? I didn't like the RDA.
I did. I've got 2 of them.
Are you allowed to say that being on the UK Vape Show? I thought you had to enjoy all these
I can say whatever I want. Didn't you get the actual 001 of that, Mark?
Yes, I have. I've got 0001.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'll buy that for you. I'm going to find some.
To be honest with you, that meant the machining were worse than the other ones. It's not actually a bad. I've still got mine. It's not a bad RDA, but like you said, he didn't really have that much into that one.
Right. Well, Vic's got enough promotion there. So there you go, folks. That is your hand checks for this evening. Thank you very much. I'm now going on strike.
Oh, what are you going to strike?
I haven't decided yet, but I've got 8 choices.
That's like the rest of the unions. Do you know what? I actually got a letter the other day. It was actually sent to me in November.
What, from a union?
No,
DJs
just
have a union.
in fact, it was from the school, and it was a second-class mail, and it came I think about 2 days ago, and it was from November. That's a long time, isn't it? We're now in February.
See, the thing is, though, I think if they go on strike, you should be able to get your claim money back.
Well, yeah.
Have you heard about the Welsh rugby players going on strike?
No?
Who's going on strike?
Welsh rugby team. The national Welsh rugby team is taking a meeting on Friday to decide whether to go on strike.
Is this because of Delilah?
No, this is because they're not getting paid.
Oh, right.
There is no money to pay them. Literally.
In Welsh rugby?
Right, so here's how it goes. In football, all the football clubs have the money, yeah, that pay the players, and the FA pretty much does its own thing. In rugby or rugby union, the rugby union itself or the Welsh authoritative body has the money that they distribute to the clubs. The authority saying they've got no money. And all these contracts are up from all these rugby players in like 5 and 8 months' time, and nobody can plan for anything because the clubs have no money. So they can't guarantee any contracts. So they're all going, that's it, we're going on strike.
Jesus.
But it's not unprecedented because the English rugby team did the exact same thing about 6-8 years ago. They were supposed to be England versus something in the Six Nations, can't remember what team it was. And all of them sat on the bus and refused to get off the bus until a package was sorted out where they got paid bonuses.
So not just blue M&Ms then?
No. Probably porn mags doing rugby players.
Again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, that is only Mr. B's opinion.
I've got an opinion on many things. Should we go
and to be honest with you, Flat Cap's just put in there the banter station, and it is the banter station, is it? No, what's it called? Your show?
Conversation station.
That's it. Conversation station. That's it. Why did I think the banter station? The conversation station. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch that on a Friday, and it is really, really good.
It's on the new channel, The Huddle.
The Huddle.
The Huddle.
The Huddle Cuddle. Well, no, it's just.
And it is really good, especially again, get involved in it. And Mr. B doesn't mind if your opinion doesn't match his. He will.
I don't give a shit.
He will put his
I
inside
think
to
he'd prefer it if it didn't.
Yeah,
that's more fun because I can tell you you're wrong, and then we can have a debate for half an hour, and I can prove to you why you're wrong.
It's something a little bit different, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. B, it is all you tonight. It's the deals of the week.
A message from deep within the jungle. I've searched high and low for a lot of the deals. So here from Vape, deals of the week.
I'm pressing buttons, but nothing's working. Right, hang on.
Thank God the internet has worked as well, because your internet were a bit potato,
my internet was going, nope, not tonight.
Yeah.
Nope, not tonight. Right. We're going to start with a banger, a proper banger, a real banger, something that's been on this show before, but it's re-emerged. Are we ready, folks? Are we ready? Grab your nipples, hold your cocks, because here we go. It's the ULV4 for £5.50. The UL Crown Sub-Ohm Tank 4, the best UL Crown Sub-Ohm tank ever made for £5.50 from Grey Haze. That
is well worth it.
Now, you can only get it in blue, but how is that not a banging deal? How is that not a, I've got a stiffy deal? Because I tell you what, if you're looking for a Sub-Ohm tank to take to work, you remember my rules. I look for things that you can take to work and chuck around and not worry about if they get banged about. Or I look for things where you can say, you want to start vaping? Here, try this, which takes me on to my next Grey Haze deal, which is this Geek Vape Frenzy pod system for £7.99.
They're really good, them as well.
How is that not better than disposable?
I think that takes a peak oil as well, doesn't it?
It does. It takes peak oils. The peacocks. It comes in all sorts of different colours.
Watch out, they spin.
All sorts of different colours. But if someone's looking to start vaping for the first time, £7.99, how is that no better than a disposable?
It says that it's sold out, I think.
That's just that colour.
Oh, that colour.
Yeah.
What colour is still there? I think I fancy one of them.
Yeah, you could have two of them. One on charge.
There you go. That's the one that's in stock. Black Onyx.
Yeah, two of them. One on charge and one using it.
Yeah. That's a perfect setup, that.
Yep.
I looked at that and I went, you just for £7.99, you can't not, even if you had it to chuck in a drawer at work or in a drawer at home ready to go out on a night out. You don't give a shit if you lose something for £8. I lose more than that just going to the toilet. Right. Moving on, someone who wants to start vaping, check out that for £15. The Oxford Slim V2 pod kit in blue.
That's absolutely brilliant pod kit, that.
Yeah, it's cracking. My dad's got one. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. The Oxford V or Slim, X-Slim V2 pod kit for Vaping 101, £15. But don't worry, RTAs and RDAs, I've got your back. So we're going to go to eSig1, who are selling the QP Design Juggernaut V2 RTA for just £25.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a fucking deal, that.
Oh, eSig1 are representing today. That is a cracking deal. Now, I believe there's black, silver, and gold available.
I think that's one of them up.
I quite like the gold, I must admit. It's one of the very few. It's the nice gold one. It's not the tacky one. But then again, I like the silver, and I also like the black.
That I'm telling you now, that is an absolute corking deal. I remember it again when it's not been out that long though, has it really?
But it's dropped from £70.
Yeah.
What is it? About a year old?
If that.
If that.
The V2 came out. Sure, the V2 came out round about not last Christmas, Christmas before. Sure, it came out around that time. Oh, sorry, I just needed a drink there. My mouth got very dry. Keeping me EC1, they're also selling this banger. The Freemax Maxus 50-watt kit. This is the full kit with the Fireluke Sub-Ohm tank for $19.99.
Which is one of your favourites as well, Mr. Vic.
The Maxus is, yes.
Also the tank. You like the Fireluke?
Fireluke, one of the best Sub-Ohm tanks I've ever owned in my life. On a par with the Falcon King.
Yeah, Falcon King's good.
Really good Falcon King.
On a par with the Falcon King. The flavour from that tank, it just makes your mouth have a party.
If I remember rightly, that mod there, you can have your battery in any orientation.
That's right. That's right. Doesn't matter what way you put your batteries in, put them anywhere you want. Now, the good thing is...
But that's only a single, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a single, but bear in mind, that Sub-Ohm tank, not 12 months ago, was £35 on its own. Now you're getting the whole thing for $19.99.
Mate, I'm not too keen on... I'm totally honest with you, I'm not too keen on the mod. I reviewed it. It's not... And they've got them sort of sicky, baby sick doors. Other side is actually black. And if they did it all in black, it would have been a decent mod. The doors at the beginning were a little bit janky. I think they've sorted that out now. But for $19.99,
that's the thing. That's the thing. All those little problems you have, or you had with this device, was when it was brand new, and you're thinking, "Fucking hell, £50."
Yeah.
If this came out at £20, you'd be going, "You know what? This is the best fucking thing on earth."
I think it were actually more than £50 when it first came out. I think it were like £89 or something.
I think that'll fit Jewel.
I think the Jewel are a bit more than that as well. Because I think did the Jewel come out with the Mesh Pro?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yes. Right, but staying with E-Cig1 because they are represented in the deals this week. Look at this bad boy. The THC Timor Sub-Ohm tank for £3. £3. That is crazy. You'll get a couple of coils with it. It's silver or gold for £3. How can you argue with that?
You can't.
You can't.
I don't care if it was shit for £3.
So you think there, if you got that Juggernaut and you put that, it's free shipping after that, isn't it? Bit of juice. Yep. That's some right bargains.
Yep. If you bought that and the Juggernaut, you'd have free shipping and two amazing mods. I think so. Just to recap on all the deals which have been spamtastic this week, you've got the UL Crown 4 for £5.50. You've got the Geek Vape Frenzy Pod System for £7.99. You've got the Oxford Slim for £14.99. You've got the QP Design Juggernaut V2 for £25.
I think I'm going to be buying one of them.
You've got the Freemax Maxus 50-watt kit, full kit with the Fire Luke Sub-Ohm tank for £19.99. And then if you just want a cheap little Sub-Ohm thing that you want to stick to go out with, £3. The THC Timor Sub-Ohm tank. There's deals aplenty out there, folks. So don't remember, if you've seen a deal that I haven't, get it in chat or get it into the... No, don't put it in the group. Put it in chat. Thank you very much. That is the deals of the week. Boom.
That is absolutely some really good stuff there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, just like he said, if you've got it, either message him personally or put it into our actual chat in 3 Men and a Vape Show so we can pick it up. All help is wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, that were absolutely corker deal. That Juggernaut, I'm sure there's going to be tons of people now jumping on that, and I will be after the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Rochford giveaway. You know what to do. It is a Rochford. Get that done. Lads, this show is absolutely... We're actually at 9 o'clock, which... this show is totally and utterly flown.
Yeah, 40 minutes abusing me. Fantastic. It's been wonderful.
We didn't abuse you. Don't be
I've
saying
been,
stuff like that.
I've been
We'll have to start getting
everybody's little
fun
bitch
for you.
tonight. I've been everybody's little bitch tonight because my opinion happens to fucking differ.
No, but that's the whole point.
I've been treated like a minority.
Always offended.
Fucking hell, you snowflake cunt. Oh.
The views of Aidan do not represent those of Three Men and a Vape.
I'm sorry for using the C word. My wife's going to spank my bottom, hopefully.
Oh, thanks to you, superstar. Thank you very much.
Well, to be honest with you, Louise isn't very happy with me either because the present she got for Valentine's Day she wasn't very happy with. Apparently a balloon ride over the US isn't what she wanted.
I'm not surprised.
Did you always try the fish?
But I suppose to be fair, if you are going to go to the US, you know, viewing it from all the way up there is better than viewing it from the floor.
I can't, you know, like balloons. You know, like these. Obviously, I'm not on about the ones in the US. I'm on about actually where they go up proper balloon rides. How do they actually steer?
They don't.
They don't. It's by the wind.
That's fucking a bit dodgy.
So what they do
isn't it?
is they get a weather report saying the wind's blowing east, and they plot a course eastward.
And hope for best.
And hope for the best.
Well, no, they can land themselves. They just let the hot air out.
Yeah,
Worst comes to worst, they shoot the balloon.
That's not the great sort of fucking you know, like trying to work your way around.
That's why it's not modern day sort of like transport anymore.
Do you like you can actually buy a balloon ride, can't you? And like go out in it, and it's like it's not really my idea. How do you steer these shitting things?
That's why Zeppelins had like propellers so they could actually steer.
Someone said that flew over my head. Yes, it did.
We're here all week. Do try the fish, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Benny Vapes is probably on now. We will be doing your draw for the Rochford project in a second. It's been.
You're not going to tell Jane the good news that the expo tickets are arriving soon.
Is it what Mark? He's sort of got an hard on about this. What's his problem? I don't know.
I think all that Nick's
You were going on about saying the expo tickets are turning up. I thought you were about taking
that's Expo.
Yes.
Well, the other one's called the Vape Around Awards.
They're both expos, aren't they?
No. One's an awards ceremony in a different place, and one's an expo.
Oh, it's all the same thing to me. Fucking hell.
Well, it's the same.
Fiesta, Ford Cortina, same thing.
It's the same as your fucking steeping, isn't it? It's all one fucking same thing to you.
Exactly. You see, now we're on the same page. Now we're all agreeing.
We're at it. We're straight down the fucking middle. I'll tell you what, I can't wait as well. You know, joking apart, and obviously I know it's hard for you to get out of the house and stuff like that. I can't wait for you to come to an expo.
Does Mr. B even vape, bro? No. What you've been seeing me do tonight is a power of CGI. What I'm actually
I hate
doing,
that stuff.
Yeah, you see, what I'm actually doing is pretending to vape. There's nothing in my hand.
It's all a mirage.
There's nothing to see. Move along.
Move along. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to draw. We're going to draw your Rochford project. And the winner is John the Vaping Joker. I think he won a couple of weeks ago as well.
Oh, congratulations. 2 in a row.
He won 2 in a row, I think, the week before. But yeah, you have won again, brother. I'm going to actually, Nick, I think we should do, I did speak to Flat Cap about this. I've got that duck race as well. I think we should do the duck race.
I'm not running anywhere, Bal.
I think we should do the duck race.
What's a duck race? It involve exercise. I do enough.
No, it's nothing to do with exercise. You're fine.
I'm up for it then.
We're down for it. We're quackers. Mr. B,
That's
say
the
goodbyes,
first
brother.
No, fuck 'em. No. It's been a lovely night. Thank you everyone for being here and watching. Apart from Flat Cap, thank you everyone for having a good time, taking the piss out of me. And thank you for watching me not vape all night. See you next week.
Bro,
what? You expect me to be nice after tonight?
You've been good.
Fucking no chance.
I just felt
more
there was
Johnny
a lot
Fat
of love
Bastard
for you tonight.
I think there's been loads of love in there for you.
I think there's been loads of love for you.
Yeah, love for bitch slapping me. Yeah, I know. I get it. I see where this team's going. The jolly fat bastard that you can flip around like a fucking whatever it is. What did they call them? The weebles, wobbles, but they don't. What? There you go. Slap around like a fucking weeble. Don't worry, he'll get back up.
Mark, it's your fault.
Don't blame me.
Well, he was a lot happier before you came. Brother, say your goodbyes. Don't forget to get
Mr. B,
the conversation
thank you.
station.
Aidan, thank you. People in chat, thank you so much. And if you've liked watching me, you can see me tomorrow night on the Home Service Live at 7:30 with BFG and Betty.
Woo! And also don't forget on Friday as well, Mr. B, the conversation station. Make sure you get in touch with them and go and watch the wonderful conversation station. Ladies and gentlemen, as well.
Is it this week I'm on the conversation station?
You are, yes. You'll be giving your opinion.
So you're going to see me 3 times this week.
3
Yes.
times.
I'll let the chat have the way with your opinions.
I can't wait for that one. That's going to be great. This is going to be a good show. Just to let you know, Vaping Joker, get in touch with Jay at Rochford Project. I have put it in there 3 times now. Email him and he will sort you out. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. 3 Men and a Vape Show. We're all up here for a good old giggle. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Again, the people on the replay, make sure you drop us a comment. If there's a couple of tongue twisters in there, it always helps my brother along with his linguistics.
And his dyslexia.
Yeah.
And basically can't read.
I'll tell you what, if he can't get his dyslexia, we could do the metaphor as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's semaphore, isn't it?
I thought you were going to a rave then. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box and all that shit.
We're off. We're back in 80s, son. We're off.
Yeah.
Big love to you all. Thank you so much for joining us. And a good nighter.
Good nighter.
Mr. B, we love you. You know that, don't you?
What's it? Oh, don't go along with these people that think I'm being serious. For fuck's sake.
Oh, we know you're not serious.
Jesus Christ! I'm about as serious as Roy Chubby Brown in a brothel.
Well, it was serious when he was fucking a penguin. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.